Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. So, I had a little bit of a scare today. About like a month and a half ago or so, I upgraded my Windows from Windows 10 to Windows 11. And long, complicated process. Basically, the gist of it is I had to go through a process where I converted my disk drive from an MBR to a GPT in order to enable, I think, secure boot is what it was. So once I got all that figured out, upgraded, everything seemed to be good. Today, for some reason, I don't know why, but my computer, I had shut it off, and so when I went to start it up today, it's giving me an error saying, "Oh, we can't identify or locate like a Windows loader or like in your UEFI or something." Uh, so yeah, thankfully, YouTube exists and people out there much smarter than me with computers, had a issue with it. And I basically had to go in, create thankfully I have a laptop, but I create a Windows 11 boot disk, boot drive, what have you, off a USB. That allowed me to go in and do some command prompt jujitsu and got everything restored. But tell you what a pain in the ass. Like, I was kind of sweating there for a minute, obviously worst case scenario, like, oh man, is all my shit gone? Am I going to have to do a reinstall? No, I say if you ever encounter something, have some patience, go through YouTube. Somebody's probably experienced the same thing, see if you can work through the problem. But it's always like, work through one issue at a time. Game isn't full screen. Thank you. So as I was just explaining, my problem I ran into, I'm certain that some things got a little messed up here. Hopefully it's full screen now. I probably should have checked all this before I started it. Fixed now. Everything else seems to be okay. Most of my settings seem to be fine. I don't know why that's all picked up. Jester, how you doing tonight? And thank you for catching that. I probably would have been playing this game like or playing for this whole time without even it's obviously it's full screen on my end, but how OBS is capturing it, I don't know why. But okay. Hope you're having a good night though. Let's see here, I need to something here. We still look like we're in pretty good condition for most of our stuff here. Okay, so last time, man, it's been a hot minute. What did I do? Okay. I went into Vault 34 and I went in to go get the All-American, which we did get. And let me tell you what, appreciate everybody that helped me had the patience and kind of helped me figure out like where this place was at, because Vault 34 was like a nightmare to navigate. And actually going back in there, it really wasn't hard to find. There was like a left turn that I didn't make apparently. So anyway, so we got that. I got that unique weapon. It was something I need, but why not? I also uncovered, okay, so also last time I uncovered this thing called the Remnants Bunker, which I couldn't get into, but it looks pretty high tech, and that was bugging me. So I did a little research and found that Arcade Gannon was the secret to this, but I didn't really necessarily know what I needed to do, and the folks that were watching me stream last time helped me get on the right direction with this. But I will tell you that this is something that if you're doing completely blind, and while I'm trying to do as much of a blind playthrough as possible, I feel like that this could be easily missed, because there's a series of things that I don't know if the game tells you very well, and I feel like that it just is from I almost feel like it's kind of like a hidden quest line that you can encounter. So essentially with Arcade Gannon, there's like 3 areas you need to take him in order to be able to trigger his quest line, which will eventually unlock this. And it was the Retcon headquarters building, the fort, which I would have really never gone back to. I'm glad that I actually had him with me when I went there the first time. And then also you have to take him to what was the name of it? Let's see, it was Repcon, Fort, and the Silver Dust, or is it called the Silver? Or sorry, I think whatever place it is in East Side. It's right next to the Atomic Hustler place or whatever it's called, Atomic Rush. There's a place called like the Silver Rush, I think is what it is. So apparently, if you take him to those 3 spots, it triggers some kind of like dialogue you have with him. And then only then, and I had to look this one up just because I didn't know. But once I'm done doing this quest right here for the Republic Part 2, it should trigger a quest line for us to be able to figure out the remnants piece. So that's all. That's all I've looked up at this point. I haven't looked up anything else with it. I'm trying to be blind with it. But those series of steps, so like if you wouldn't naturally had him with you, and if you didn't go to those 3 areas, like that's an easily missable thing that you can miss out in the game, which I mean, it's neat that they put that in there, but like I would have missed it, and I would have just known that, hey, this bunker's here, but there wasn't any clues. Like when I went in here, there wasn't any clues. I think it just said that like it's secured. You need a passphrase or something. It didn't really give me anything, and really I haven't seen anything regarding the remnants, with the exception of this power helmet that I recently picked up, which is an interesting looking power helmet to begin with. So I'm yeah, I kind of wonder how they built that one in the game, or I'm just going to say, obviously it's an older game, so kudos to the original folks at some point who figured out how you had to be able to do that. So I didn't have to really like wander around and figure out like what was I missing. Okay. Anyways, so I'm going to work on clearing out a couple of these other spots here. So I've been working my way outside a little bit. At some point, I'm going to go over to that Cassador nest. I shouldn't be scared of them. At this point, we're pretty pretty powerful. This is the one that we helped out. So the people of Sloan here, I remember the first time we came here, they were having issues with the Quarry Junction. I think that's what it's called, Quarry Junction. And that's where Boone and I went in and tried to clear out all the death claws that were there. We were successful, but man, let me tell you, it was a task, Let's see. So what is the game plan? Game plan for today. Yep, so basically we'll work on clearing Neil's Shack, the railway station, Ant Mound, Allied Technologies office. Like basically I'm just continuing to kind of work through getting the rest of the map cleared out, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Most of it I have kind of done. So hopefully these are maybe some quick ones that I got to do, but the other day when I came across one of them, we did come across a quest that we didn't do. But eventually, once I get that done, then I will do, the moon comes over, I'll get that one knocked out for the followers, and then I'll start on For the Republic Part 2 and figure out how to remove Mr. House, which I don't really know how that's supposed to, I don't even know where he's at, like, other than the Lucky 38. Like, maybe there's something that I have to do there, but I don't know. So, I'll get it figured out once I get there, though. But for now, I think just the completionist in me is just wanting to get all these areas uncovered. Let's see, we want to go this way. Let's see, so did you have a good weekend, Jester? I went to a hockey game this weekend. That was a lot of fun. Aside from that, not really too much going on. Very low-key. Neil's shack here. Now, is Neil in here? It could have been better, but it was okay.
Good work, human.
Whoa.
Maybe now this place can rest in peace.
Oh, it's a super mutant. Huh. You know what's interesting? I think this guy... I think this guy would have given me a quest to kill Tabitha, but because I came at it from like a back end and I killed her, I remember when I killed Tabitha, it said I completed a quest, and I didn't even know what quest it was, you know? So I guess we're just finishing up now. So what will happen to this place with Tabitha gone?
Who knows? It might stay abandoned, get used as a base for raiders, or even become another colony for mutants. The future is not written, human, and it is foolish to squint at what cannot be seen. I still have a job to do here. Some mutants may have heard Tabitha's broadcast and are headed here even as we speak. I'll remain and direct anyone who show up toward Jacobstown, where they'll be much better off.
So I kind of wonder what your interaction with him would have been if I would have seen him from the beginning, because naturally this is the way I think you were supposed to get up to Black Mountain, and I want to say I came up to it from Scorpion Gulch, Black Rock Cave, and then kind of came up to it from the backside somehow. I don't even remember, but I didn't come this way though. So
there's nothing here for you, human, though it is always good to see you.
Interesting. What have you been playing recently, Jester? So, and I guarantee you, if I go up here, there's probably some rogue super mutants still here. They seem to be ones that just, like, I think the last time I came up here. You know what? There's an area up here that I'm not sure how we're supposed to get to. Maybe not. Maybe I was thinking of somewhere different. I could have swore, like, up there it looked like there was a way to get to those satellite dishes, but I couldn't. You're playing some Elden Ring right now? Okay, man. Hear me out on this. Have you ever played Skyrim before? I know you're a bit, I think I'm pretty sure if I remember you're a bit younger, like way younger, so I would have imagined like, it would have been like just a kid when Skyrim came out. But let's just say, for instance, if I remember right, Skyrim came out in like 2011, I think. So, what, 13 years ago? Let's see, you've played it, but you've never finished. All right, man. So, I have been, man, are there death claws down here? Or, look at all of these guys. Why? Oh, man, we are going to have to go this way, too. All right, so, here's my gripe. I don't know why, but I've been reading a lot about, I'm going to use my YCS for these guys, see if I can kill a shot. Whoops, no, I didn't want to do it. So, as I've been playing a lot of Fallout, my curiosity has been really piqued about when we're going to get the next Fallout game. Fallout 76, oh shit, obviously came out back in like 2018, I think it was. And not just another Fallout, but really like Bethesda's plan in general. So let's say like with Bethesda, you know, they've been working on Starfield, and it seems like they're working on one IP at a time. But we'll say for Skyrim. Skyrim came out, the Elder Scrolls V. It came out in like 2011, I think it was. You know, so 13 years ago. And they did a teaser trailer back in like 2018, I think it was, 6 years ago. And we're nowhere near a release, I think, at this point. And people don't even know when the new Elder Scrolls 6 is going to come out. And I was thinking, you know, Bethesda, let's see, what have they released since then? they've released Fallout 4. Oh shit. Like Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, really, and Starfield. So like 3 games, but like no closer to a new Elder Scrolls. And when I think back to like From Software, since 2011 has released like Dark Souls 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring, and an Elden Ring DLC. And I could be missing something too, but I don't know for sure. That's just like one example. So I'm wondering like what is taking these guys so long to be able to do this? And on top of that, I haven't played Starfield. I might at some point. But there's been a lot of mixed reviews on it. And from what I've seen, people aren't really too happy with it. I kind of like to try things out for myself just to be able to see, but this is the Junction 15 railway station. So, yeah. And then even more so, I think what I'm kind of a little like, you know, you have these great games like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, or even just the original 2 games that we could see remasters on potentially, or at least something to bring them up, like improve quality of life a little bit. But I think it was Todd Howard that was like, no, he wants to maintain like the original charm of the game, which I got, you know. Hey, if you want to do that, that's fine. But what seems kind of hypocritical to me is he's like, if he wants that, but then we get like 15 Skyrim releases. I don't know. Oh, I went to go see if there's anything in here. Oh man, dude, we are. I'm probably preaching to the choir for the folks that actually like, you know, that have been following these games for as long as they have, and you know, they're kind of wondering like, when are we gonna get the next one? I still have a lot of content to get through, so I'm not. Hey, so we'll get there. But at some point, I'm gonna be like, you know, what does Fallout 5 look like on the horizon? That I will be very curious about. So, is there anything here? They seem to do a lot of open world stuff, right? So you're saying because of the size of the games, yeah. Now, but here's something that I kind of wonder, right? You look at like Fallout New Vegas here, and the complexity that's involved with the storytelling. It's not necessarily a super streamlined story in kind of the way maybe like 76 is, or Fallout 4. And Fallout 4 isn't like super streamlined, but you know, the element of choice is kind of taken out from compared to like how this game is. And you know, Obsidian was able to crank this game out like, I could be wrong. I think someone said 6 months, but I think from what I've researched, it was 18 months. But I you know, we'll say somewhere in between there. Granted, they already had the Fallout 3 engine they were working off of, so you know, they could be working on a new engine, but I don't know. What was I doing? Oh, ant mound. Let's go check out this ant mound. I don't want to use this thing for the ant mound. We'll go back to our All-American. I think it's important for studios to feel like that they have the time that they need to be able to deliver a quality product, but a lot of their launches seems like they have like a bunch of, you know, bugs and issues when they come out, so I don't know. And then just kind of going through and reading, like when I was watching these videos on YouTube and people talking about like the future of Bethesda and what they're working on and stuff, and there's a lot of people, especially ones that have played Skyrim, you know, like I remember playing Skyrim on release, you know, like 13 years ago or whatever it was. And as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, it's been a long time since we've gotten like a, you know, anything new about Elder Scrolls. And there's some people that were putting in comments, you know, and they're like, at this point, they're just hoping that they'll be able to see a new Elder Scrolls, like, at some point. You know, some people were like, you know, we're in their mid 40s when Skyrim came out, you know, and they're like in their 50s going in 60s at this point. Cow. And I think some of the best estimates we've seen is probably like 2026, 2028, maybe, who knows. And I wasn't, you know, I wasn't the biggest Elder Scrolls fan to begin with. Like, you know, admittedly, I will say that the only Elder Scrolls game that I've really played has been Skyrim and a little bit of Elder Scrolls Online. But my comments would still be the same for, like, Fallout, you know? Like, they own the IP rights to Fallout. And a lot of people really, really enjoy, you know, as I've been playing this, I've been seeing that there's a really, really awesome community. Oh, you can enter an ant mound here? Oh, wow, this is interesting. You know, there's a really awesome community around the Fallout series. And, you know, I think that that's probably grown quite a bit with the release of the TV series. But, you know, what we got with the release of the TV series was really just an update to Fallout 4. Which was nice because I was playing it on PS5 at the time, and to have it like have an update to it, it worked pretty good. But for people who played on PC and the ones that enjoy the modding, you know, they say that update really broke a lot of stuff. So it's really interesting to see like how much the fans are invested with the Fallout franchise and like a lot of the mods that they've come out with. Like there's the Fallout London. And I haven't really read too much on it, but like it's like an entirely like, holy shit, that thing's huge. There's like a DLC sized mod, you know, that people have worked on for these games, which is really kind of cool when I think about it. There's a lot of work that goes into that. Empty? We killed the giant ant queen and she didn't have anything on her? That's wild. What are they guarding down here? Yeah. I think ultimately, the community's really great. And we would want to see like, you know, I guess not necessarily like Bethesda cranking out games, you know, one every year, like not something like that, right? But I think like their earlier pattern that they had been going off of like in the 2000s, right? Between Morrowind and Oblivion, Fallout 3, Skyrim, you know, it was like every couple of years. and now we've, you know, and I guess you can make the argument like, well, it's been every couple of years that they've released some stuff. You know, we had Fallout 4 in like 2016, 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. And then you had Fallout 76 and now Starfield. So it's been a couple of years. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Starfield was kind of a big gamble they took to try to make a new IP, and maybe it did or didn't work with them. I can't believe there's nothing down here. The giant ant queen didn't have anything on her, and is it just these eggs? Ant meat? Did I really come down here for some ant meat? There's not even... Oh, whoa. Here's a dead body, a Wastelander. Okay. They don't really have anything on them, but... You remember when I first started New Vegas? Yeah, man, you were like one of the first that started joining in and chat with me. Which, by the way, man, I'm going to say, like, I really appreciate, you know, you always coming in and tuning in and saying hi when you get a chance. You know, I still remember, like, when you were, like, at the hospital, you're like, yo, I got bit by a snake, but I'm here watching you. I'm like, dude, like, you're at the hospital, man. Like, take care of yourself, you know? But it's little things like that, man. So, yeah, I appreciate it. But here we are. What part am I in? Part number 56. Part 56. We're probably almost 130 hours into this game, you know. It's wild. I don't even remember when I started this game, but it's been a couple of months. Like, I'm gonna say it's probably been like 3 months or so. Maybe I'll have to go back and look when my first upload. You said you watch them even when I'm not live? Oh, I appreciate it, man. I think, like I've said before, since June, really. That long. Here we are coming up almost on November. I need to get this thing done. But I don't want to rush it. I've been having a lot of fun with it, you know. This has been an amazing game. If I didn't have other Fallouts to really go into, like I would totally look at like doing a separate playthrough as like kind of like a different challenge, you know. Like doing like an evil playthrough or something. I don't know, something that's different, right? But I'm excited about getting Fallout 3 coming up here pretty soon. All right, so there is not really much at the ant mound here. Let's go look at the Allied Technologies offices, and that's to the north. I can already see there's some people. Oh man, we got them. But yeah, I think like I've said, like really my biggest motivation for streaming is to kind of just connect with people that really enjoy these games and enjoy watching Let's Plays like I do. Like if I come across somebody that's doing a Let's Play of a game that I enjoy, you know, I usually watch them quite a bit too. I'll say this, when I go into YouTube or Twitch, one of the two, but like if I'm watching someone's Let's Play and they're like about the length of mine, right? Like 2-hour long videos or whatever, or just even Let's Plays in general that's got a lot of parts to them. I kick that stuff in a 2x speed, man. I'm like, hey, you know, I have all the time, you know, when I can to dedicate to watching stuff, but like, you know, thank God for 2x speed, because it helps me get, like, you get like an hour-long video knocked out in like 30 minutes, you know. So, oh, I don't want to kill that guy. That is a NCR Bubba. So. But yeah, so, you know, streaming, it really helps me. It's been helping me, like, connect with folks that enjoy these. And, you know, it's kind of been just, like, a really interesting hobby of mine now. It keeps me, like, focused and committed on achieving, like, objectives as I'm playing, you know. I don't feel like I'm just kind of, like... I guess what I stream, like... I feel like, hey, there's a certain amount of stuff I want to try to accomplish in like the time that I play, you know. So it's definitely a big like kind of motivational factor. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So that was a thing. Big ass ants in here. But yeah, can't underscore enough, man, how much I appreciate everything. I think it's definitely folks like you that have kept me invested in going. Okay, so I did see there was a terminal back there that I want to read and see what's going on. Because there's a couple of them. Activate broken terminal. You know, this is like my computer issue that I ran into today. Man, dude. I was super nervous. I went to go when I went to start my computer, and it was just like blue screen of death. Primary power source unavailable. Check all cord plugs and connection. But I'm super happy that I was able to get it fixed, and like all I could say is like, thank God for YouTube, man. Broken terminal. Same thing. I wonder if these are issues that we can fix. You know, it's almost like. Probably not. I'm probably thinking way too much into it. But like, you know, they have these terminals that are broken. And as I sit here and question it, and this is me just overthinking, but I ask like Obsidian, like, why do you put these in the game? Why do you put broken terminals in the game when we're not going to be able to do anything with them, you know? Why not just leave it turned off? Like, why should I know that there's a primary power source unavailable? I'm not too sure like what I'm gaining from. Let's see, you want to stream because you want to become famous. Gotcha. Well, I wish you the best of luck. I will say, let's see. I will say one thing that I don't do a very good job on is I don't advertise whatsoever. I think maybe if I set up like a social media account to be able to kind of connect in with the different um, the different crowds that are out there, and try to be more about like advertising. That would definitely, I don't want to say definitely, but it might help a bit. But I don't. I've just really kind of relied on, I guess, just people randomly stumbling across them. It's kind of interesting, like how people do come across things. What's kind of another thing is kind of interesting too. So a lot of my videos, they don't get like a lot of views or anything, which I really don't care about too much. But a couple of weeks ago, like a week or so ago, for some reason, out of nowhere, like my channel, which would normally average like 10 views or so or less, I don't remember how many it was, but like let's just say it was like single digits, like 10 views or so, or sometimes even less. We'll say like 5 views or less a day. Out of nowhere, like it started jumping up to like a couple hundred, and then I think it peaked. It was getting like over a 48-hour period, like 1,600 views in a 48-hour period. And what was really encouraging to see too is it wasn't just views, but you can go and check out the watch time or the watch hours and see like how much people are watching your videos, and that had skyrocketed. Like I've honestly already hit the not that I'm trying to earn money off this or whatever, but like it says like, hey, like you've earned over, I think I've hit over like 4,000 hours of watch time from the videos. And I don't even know where that came from or how, like all of a sudden there was just a lot of people like clicking on the video, and it was number 18, whatever it was about episode 18. And that's like my most watched video ever on my channel. I think there's like 2,100 views on that particular episode. I don't know what it was about that one, but for some reason like that one got like the most views ever. It's just kind of wild to see. And then but yeah, and then the it's kind of settled back down now. Like I don't get nearly as many views, but for whatever reason, for about a 3 or 4 day period, man, it just like jumped way higher than what I'm normally used to. Okay. So aside from some broken terminals in here, I don't really see much else that we can do. I don't think so. I don't see anything else like holotapes or books. I'm a little bit more cautious about books now because some of these books that just normally look like scorched books have actually been diary entries or some sort. So now I don't try to look at every single one of them, but I pay more attention to looking at those as I come across them. Okay, I don't see anything else in here, so I think we just helped cleared out an area of fiends and some soldier ants. There's a big head right there. Oh, there's another. Check any of these filing cabinets are all empty. Desk is empty. One thing I have done, so I will say that, like, I know you've been connecting with me primarily on Twitch, but I set up my OBS to be able to dual stream, so I stream both to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and I've connected with quite a few folks on the YouTube side, so I think like dual boxing has been kind of helpful with trying to just connect with people. Okay, let's see. Got these knocked out. All right, where to? So that's an entrance area over there. Brewer's Beer Bootlegging. Okay, so we got a couple spots here that we can go to. So I'm gonna hit up Miguel's pawn shop, and we're gonna run south and start working this area down here. I'm gonna save before my game crashes on. Let's see, so when you beat Consort Radahn, you got like a ton of views from that one. Yeah. That's
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles? I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
What do you normally stream on? Do you normally just do TikTok? The one thing I like about YouTube is YouTube keeps everything for like ever. Well, I don't know about forever, but unlike Twitch, like Twitch will delete your stuff after a bit. You know, so YouTube was something I originally created.
The locals were having a lot of trouble getting water through.
Jump door to the Mojave Wasteland. YouTube was like, you know, I had a YouTube account, I think, before Twitch was really a thing. I want to go into the... Huh. Is this like an underground place? I don't know if I've been over here.
New Vegas. Paradise my ass.
But, you know, I think the reason why I started doing Twitch was because back when I was playing on my PlayStation 4 and it was streaming directly from my PlayStation 4, the latency time streaming to YouTube was like 30 to 45 seconds. So for people that were watching me, like there was some significant lag, and there wasn't really a way to fix that. So I moved over to Twitch, which had like a 3 to 5 second latency, you know. It really was a lot better. And then so Twitch became like my primary thing. And then once I got my computer and I started I got a game capture card and I started using my computer and OBS to stream, that's when I learned that I could do the dual boxing. And so now I do both, you know, YouTube and Twitch. So I think yeah, it's like one, you want to figure out how to cast like kind of like a wide net, you know, and get your name out there. And so I think being able to hit multiple platforms is probably good, you know, because there's some people that use Twitch or some people that use YouTube, you know. I think YouTube's been good for folks that don't catch you live streaming. Like, so Twitch doesn't really have a good discovery feature, you know, like if you want to watch past VODs, it you know, to me, if you go on Twitch, like you're looking for somebody that's live, you know, like you want to be able to tune into and watch somebody that's live. Unless you're like following a channel and you want to catch their past like VODs, like I don't think Twitch does really good for like for past stuff, you know. But like YouTube is a place that, like, for instance, after I got done playing Fallout 76 and I wanted to watch somebody play a on release playthrough to see what the bugs and what the game was like, you know, I was able to go back into YouTube and find somebody that did a let's play of Fallout 76. And I'm sure like there may be some original let's plays of like Fallout New Vegas on YouTube as well too. So like if you're looking for like past content, you know, I feel YouTube's a lot better for that. But at the same time, like it does have the live feature, and there are some folks that catch me as I'm streaming live too. So I think just kind of like getting the exposure is probably pretty good. I think for me, I've just kind of seen that I've enjoyed having folks to talk to as I'm streaming, and so I think kind of hitting both of those works pretty good. And I'll probably just stick with those two. Like I think at this point, like, it would be kind of a pain in the butt to set up anything else. And on top of that, I don't take the time to really do like video editing and like edit my videos. So to really do like shorts and other stuff like that, I think it would just take too much. It would kind of take the fun out of what I'm doing here. So normally what I do is just kind of like stream And once my stream is done, I'll take and upload my stream from Twitch to YouTube. That converts it as a video, and that's it. Kind of like minimal work for being able to just have some fun with it. All right, so I guess let's go down to the Thorn here and see what's down here. I have no clue what I'm going to run into. I didn't even know this was down here. This is like a subway system. It's kind of interesting.
That was a good day for the Thorn.
What is the Thorn? Man, there's a lot of people down here. And you know what? Burning all these barrels like this, like fire in like kind of an enclosed area. And it's not so much that like it could start a fire, but like, you know, if they keep it contained. But if there's not good ventilation to be able to like manage.
There's always more next day.
What are you all doing here?
Great fighting today.
Great fighting? I didn't even fight. What is this place? Open door to the Thorn's cages? Is this a underground fighting place?
Follow the rules of the Thorn.
Hey, what's your problem, buddy?
Follow the rules of the Thorn.
Until next time.
Nowhere else will you find something like the Thorn.
I bet you down here there's got to be a... It seems like once you go down there, you really can't kind of get back up.
Someone finally put down that sick motor runner son of a bitch.
Let's see. There's got to be a named person here. This is a guard. Maybe it's this dude over here. Let's go see. This person looks like they might be in charge. Red Lucy. Oh, hello, Red Lucy. Look at her. Man, she is eyeing me down.
I'd remember if I had seen you here before. I'm sure of it. What do you want?
What is this place?
The clamor of our bloodthirsty crowds reaches every corner of the wasteland. But I'll pretend that your ignorance doesn't offend me, stranger. This is the Thorn. Here's where the strong make a name for themselves, and the weak are fed to the jaws of hell. You can bet on the contenders. Or, if you have what it takes, be one of the contenders. Be warned. The Thorn demands respect. Break the rules, or offend me in any way, and I'll gut you open for all to see.
Oh man, dude, she is serious, isn't she? Okay, so tell me more about the Thorn.
What do you want to know?
What are the rules?
The rules are simple. My creatures fight for our pleasure. You can bet on a contender and earn double if you choose the victor. But you can get a bigger share if you risk your skin in the Thorn. Win a fight, and I'll give you a meaty cut of the earnings. I won't tolerate anyone that interferes with the fights. Offend me, and your blood will be the next to spill. Other than that, anything goes.
Okay. So what's fighting in the next match?
Fiend prisoners will fight for their lives against Night Stalkers. I'm listening. Ask and you might get an answer.
Okay. Is Westside part of New Vegas?
New Vegas has many faces, stranger. Despite everything, it shall never be whole. When the land hunts you, when fighting for survival is the norm, your neighbors become either saviors or enemies. Westside is a part of New Vegas, just as much as it's a part of the wasteland. In the end, stranger, we need them both to continue making our fate.
I feel like, how do people survive here? They eat rat burgers.
Westside attracts all sorts of travelers, including merchants and farmers. They come here to exchange their goods or to seek protection. Our community provides enough food, clothes, weapons, and medicine to encourage trade and to arm our defenses. The Thorn demonstrates, beyond anything else, that we're self-sufficient. Our desert blood has overcome even the strongest beasts of the wasteland. Westside is a part of... I'm listening.
So can we... Oh, let me ask about her.
What's on your mind?
Well, Oh my god. My mind is thinking about what I could do with you in private. How did you become the master of the... What's your take on the state of affairs of the Mojave Wasteland? Okay, let's see here. How did you become master of the...
The Thorn is my master, not the other way around. I live to make our kin able to transcend their limitations. Our land is harsh and hostile. Our lives are cheap and fragile. Death is our assured fate, striking when least we expect it. The Thorn awakens us to the truth. Here we escape from our bonds and choose the moment of death against the will of destiny.
Man, she's really like living this whole thing, right? You know? Before that time comes, we have some left to get. Oh, we have... Wait. Man, my character is really trying to hit on this girl, isn't he? Let me ask, well, let me see. I wonder what she would say. Let's see what she says.
Bold, as it pleases the Thorn and me. But it does take more than that to earn my admiration. You speak like a hunter, yet only actions prove one's worth. The Thorn requires a tribute of blood, and so do I.
She wants my blood. Oh boy. Let's see here. How can I pay tribute?
Think you have what it takes? All right. Prove your worth, and I'll reward your service. The Thorn needs newborn specimens that will one day grow to honor us with their blood. Bring me 12 giant mantis's eggs. If you accomplish this, I might gift you with greater tasks in the future. You'll find egg-carrying mantises in the wasteland, but a wise hunter would search at a mantis's breeding ground, like the nearby ruins of Vault 22.
Oh, okay.
You've got yourself a deal. So long, stranger.
We'll go find ourselves some mantis eggs. Bleed me dry. Absolute. Okay. Red Lucy needs giant mantis' eggs. It's faster to gather them at a breeding ground like Vault 22. Well, I guess we're going back to Vault 22. Huh. I wish I would have came across this area before. So do all these doors lead to the Thorn cages? Let's lead back outside. Door to Red Lucy's chamber. Ah, but she could at least afford some bed sheets, you know? Open gun cabinet. Let's see if we can get on her computer. You know what? I'm gonna save really quick just because if I lose karma, I at least want to be able to see what's on it. I know I just heard the sound. I thought I lost karma. Goals. Lame. Peace. Damn. So Peace had... It's either plays or reach. But... Let me see if I can remove some duds. Oh, okay, well that works. Place. Oh! So it's gotta be peace? No, it's gotta be reach. Fuck. The Thorn's mainframe control. Power flow status. At 74%. Creature cage status. Cage access secure. Thorn's ledger. Accessing data. Misread messages. Messages can't be read. That sucks. I've lost karma. I wonder what karma I've lost. And more importantly, will she talk to me? I don't think we got anything from that whatsoever. What's this right here? Activate light switch. I'm gonna just reload because I don't want to lose the karma, and I don't think we really got anything from that. So instead of just losing out on the karma, we'll not. Let's see what's in these cages. Oh, I guess maybe this is where they keep the creatures. Robo Scorpions. Night Stalkers. Oh man, those are Death Claws. Oh boy. Well, this place looks pretty serious, huh? Let's see what's kind of... Manhole to the Thorn. What's over here? Hey Mandan, how you doing tonight? Let's see, I don't think we can get over here. Manhole to the Thorn? Does this take me back to the other area? Is this a different area? That requires a key. So clearly we can't get over there. What about this place over here? Inaccessible. Huh. So I wonder where we get the key for this place right here. Interesting. So I saw 3 cages. Let me look at the local map too and see. It looks like they have more cages that we can go to. So we got Red Lucy's chamber. We have these cages. Okay. Yo, Mandan, you ever played New Vegas before? What is back over here? North Sewers. Oh. I don't think I've been here before. Fucking rads, are you kidding me? Is there anything over here at least? No. Dude, where am I even at right now? Oh. That's the reason why they have walkways, because of course the water's irradiated. Talk about a maze. You know, when it comes to maze, I've always been like manhole, central sewers. Hold on, before we go out there, let's explore the rest of this zone. Does this take you all the way under Vegas? I wonder. Curious. Who's this dude?
That fiend leader got what he fucking deserved.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this, you know, go figure there'd be some sewers, man. This place is going to be a maze, I can just tell. Let's see, that takes us up to North Vegas Square. You know what, I never even thought to click on the manholes at all inside Vegas. So I wonder if this is like... What's in here? Huh. Have I ever played Oblivion, and what do I think of it? You have gained the Camel of the Mojave perk. Drink 100 drinkable water items. I have not played Oblivion yet. I've thought about adding it to my list of things to play. I think more recently, as I've been kind of, I guess, waiting for the new a new Elder Scrolls game to come out. I've been either thinking about going and West Side Pawn Shop, replaying Skyrim, or playing Oblivion, which I've never played. Without any spoilers, I will say that, like, more recently, I have,
Prim wimped out and accepted NCR rule. Some people will do anything to
I have
feel
looked
safe.
up some reviews of Oblivion, and from what I've heard, I think, I've heard that Oblivion has maybe a better storyline than Skyrim. I don't know. So I think kind of like the only way to really know for sure is to play it. So it's been something I've been considering about possibly throwing it on my list of things to play. That being said, though, before I get to that, once I'm done with New Vegas here, I want to play Fallout 3 and probably Fallout 1 and 2. I think I'm going to go ahead and do those ones. The storyline, and that's what the hell is that, a rat? That's what I've heard, you know, without really any spoilers. Like I said, I think I've heard that people feel Oblivion was a better storyline. I don't know why Skyrim was incredibly popular. Like, what makes Skyrim so much different? I will say that Skyrim was my first entry into Bethesda games long ago. I think probably, too, there was a... You know, at the time that it came out... Oh, actually, I don't know. Maybe Bethesda had been coming off of, you know, success with Fallout 3 and Oblivion to some degree, but like I don't know why Skyrim got such the mainstream attention that it did. All that being said, though, yeah, I thought Skyrim was a pretty good game, and I actually do have Oblivion. I have it on my PS3, and I remember buying it, but I just like kind of like all these other games that I bought. Like I think back when they first came out, my in real life situation at the time really didn't allow me to kind of play games the way that I do now. So I remember like playing it for a little bit, and just and when I say a little bit, like I'm talking like an hour. Like I barely escaped the prison. I think it's like the king that comes up and says like, "Hey, we need to get you out of here." And I'm paraphrasing because I have no idea what the storyline's about. So, you know, there's someone that helps you get out of there. And once I got out, like that was honestly, I didn't really play much beyond that. So, but I do have the game. Kind of like I have Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 that I never played either. Let's see, Radiation Suitcase. But I'm glad to hear that that the storyline's pretty good though, because it's confirmed. At least she validated like what I've heard recently is that it's a good storyline. So kind of weighs 7 and it only has 40 rad resistance. I'm not gonna pick it up. At least it validates kind of my thoughts that maybe I should throw it on my list of games to play at some point in the future. If you enjoy Fallout games, I will definitely say after playing this one so far for almost about 130 hours, this has been a great game so far. 1 of 6 correct. Dozens. Let's see, it wouldn't be Sonic's. It could be fought. Nope. Can't be famous. Can't be Sirens. That's Sonics. Nope, can't be Sonics, that's right. Well, honestly, hold on a second. 1 of 6 correct, 1 of 6 correct. Sirens doesn't have anything in common with Fought whatsoever. It has one in common with Dozen. Famous has one in common with Dozen, but it doesn't have anything in common with Fought. Oh, it does, yeah, it's Famous. Never mind. The F. Enter password now. Let's see, what does this say here? Central Sewer Control. Access Override. House Directive. 449B. So what does that mean? That we can't access it? Some poor bastard died here trying to deal with it, that's for sure. Oh man, is this place ever a maze here? I probably shouldn't have come down in these sewers, that's for sure. This was a bad idea. Where does this take me? Hey, it's NCR. Let's see, can we get out of here? Ladder to Camp McCarran. So are there just manholes that I just been passing by and just didn't even realize? There are. So you could take these sewers all around Vegas and it kind of gets you around places. How interesting. Okay, so we need to go over to Vault 22. And I need to pick up some stuff for Miss Red Lucy. Now, I'm hoping there's still some mantises in. Because we cleared this place out before.
I'm no botanist, but I think this may not be entirely natural.
Hey, you're right about that. Let's see, what's my map telling me? I definitely wasn't looking forward to coming back in this place. This place creeped me out quite a bit. As long as I don't have like swamp things to fight. So let's see. Let's do our best to follow the marker here because I think that's going to get us to where we need to go. If I recall correctly, there was a... Let's see. Food production. There was a spot that had... where do we want to go in here? Yeah, over here. So I just gotta figure out how to get over there. Yeah, these spore carriers, man, they were creepy. Hey Brick, how you doing? Yes, I have played the DLCs. So just to kind of catch you up really quick. So I've done all 4 of the DLCs, and now that I've done all the DLCs, I'm honestly just circling back and trying to clear out the rest of the map of places that I've missed. I have the Explorer perk, which allows me obviously to see the places that I haven't came to. So once I get that done, I'm going to go ahead and continue my my NCR playthrough here. I'm trying to get the NCR ending. So it's pretty blind. It's very blind for me right now. But yeah, I've done all 4 of the DLCs so far, which were all pretty good. I really did enjoy them. I think obviously some were better than others. I would say like probably my favorite was Old World Blues. Let's see, what did we need? We needed the mantis eggs or the 4 legs. Hey Jester, you're over on YouTube now. Awesome. me see. What did we need to capture? Oh, my quest. What am I doing? We need giant mantis eggs. Okay, so let's collect all the eggs. Not the 4 legs, but just the eggs. So yeah, I think Old World Blues was definitely my favorite. The storyline, you know, they had such memorable characters. They had a really good amount of comedy in the storyline, which I think was let's pick up giant mantis egg. A pile of giant mantis eggs. Oh, there we go. Mantis Uthakea. Okay. Yeah, like Old World Blues hit so many like good aspects to it. Like I would say the storyline itself wasn't like anything crazy, you know, like the whole Dr. Klein, Dr. Mobius, you know, it wasn't bad, you know. I think there was some things that probably could have improved upon, but you know, ultimately it tied back very well to the to the other DLCs, as well as to like to some degree the base game a little bit. But yeah, I think just the characters themselves too just made the DLC very memorable. You know, you had like the toaster, Muggy. It was pretty good. Let's see. Have I seen the Fallout TV show? Yes, I have. So I did watch the TV show when it came out, and I will say that is what drove me to want to start playing the Fallout games. So since the TV show has came out, I have played Fallout 4, Fallout 76, and now I'm working on New Vegas. Once I'm done with this game, I will move over to Fallout 3. I think like as I was playing, as I was watching the TV show, so like the very first episode, there was a lot of things that didn't make sense with me. And yeah, I've completely gone reverse order in the games, I know that, but I'll just say like the reason why I did the order in which I did is because I already had Fallout 4 on PS4, and I already had Fallout 76 on PS5 too. I got that one for free from PlayStation Plus. I did have Fallout 3 on PS3, but because I just don't want to set my PS3, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to play that, you know. So that's the reason why I went with Fallout 4. Let's see, Pedro, hey, how's it going, man? I am siding with NCR in this playthrough. I'm trying to find the Thorn right now, but I'm lost. Oh, it's over this way. I think for my first playthrough, like when you're first introduced to the storyline and they kind of talk to you about the Thorn is currently closed. Like it closes for the day. They don't have like an open sign on here, so you wouldn't have known that. But let's go ahead and it's 3 a.m. Let's wait like 8 hours. So yeah, like when the game first introduces you to like the two main factions, you know, the Legion and the NCR, the Legion just didn't seem like the faction that I wanted to side with, you know. It was the NCR, and so once I was kind of committed to the NCR, I just kind of stuck with it. I still have a lot that I need to do in Fallout 4, Jester, honestly. Like, I've only really beat, like, I think the base game, but, like, you know, the amount of exploring that I've done in this game so far, like, I have not done this in Fallout 4. And on top of that, I haven't even played the DLCs in Fallout 4.
Welcome back, stranger.
So, okay, let's talk about the creature eggs.
Do you have good news for the Thorn?
Why, yes, ma'am. I have brought you the giant mantis eggs.
Good work, stranger. The Thorn will nurture these eggs until their hatchlings are ready to bleed for us. Here's a compensation for your service. I trust that we're in agreement over it.
Oh, she said, oh, she needed creature eggs for breeding. I totally misunderstood what she said. So, barter. Who else can bring you so many intact eggs? I deserve a big reward. 200 caps are sufficient. Take the eggs. I don't need anything in return. Take the eggs. We're just going to be nice. We're doing this out of the goodness of our heart and seeing if we can sway some extra favor with Red Lucy here.
Don't think your servile gesture earns my respect, stranger. But if that's how you want it, so it'll be.
Okay, is there anything else I can do to help with the Thorn?
Bring me a dozen rad scorpion eggs. I'll see to it that you're rewarded fairly.
Oh, and you get experience points too? Well, if I was leveling up still,
The
maybe.
eggs I seek are not easy to find, stranger. Your best chances are in the mountains north of Good Springs and west from Quarry Junction.
Okay,
You've got yourself a deal.
let's go
So
see.
long, stranger.
See if we can find some red scorpion eggs really quick for Miss Lucy. So I will say this, and Dan, if I had to do it over again, I would have started with Fallout 3, and then did New Vegas, and then 4, and then 76, because I will say that like coming backwards, Great Con encampment, I'm totally been missing my little quality of life aspects, like sprint, did everything.
Soon Caesar will send in his best troops from the Arizona campaign. The NCR won't know what hit him.
How do we get over to work? Or if I can go up this way. Is 76 still buggy? So when I played it, I didn't really encounter too many bugs, honestly. I'm sure like every game's gonna have its amount of bugs, but I feel like they've smoothed out like quite a bit. I can't speak, like, I'll say this though, I haven't played it in several months. So with the Skyline update and the Milepost Zero update that they've done, I don't know like if it's, I can't imagine it's probably broken things too much, but I also play on PlayStation. Is this a fucking hidden wall here? Man, I hate how they do this shit. Okay, so it's over here. But yeah, I feel like when I, oh wow. I feel like when I did play it, and I put a lot of time into 76 too. 76 I felt like was a really good game. I know some people have mixed opinions about it, but I will say that I thoroughly enjoyed my time playing Fallout 76. I think the storyline on it, like there's some parts in 76 that I kind of felt like was a little bit of a slog to kind of get through in the main storyline, but man, dude, I like the way it plays. 76 to me has like the best combat out of the Fallouts right now. Like it plays so smoothly. It feels really good. The modding takes a little bit to get used to. Like I think the modding system in Fallout 4 is kind of like the best because you can take new weapons and you can like take the mods off of them and put them on other weapons, you know, so it just has like kind of like a part swapping aspect to it. But obviously for reasons they can't do that in 76, you know, so 76 has its own system. But I think once you get used to it, it's not bad. Let's see, we need to find rad scorpion eggs. Poison glands. But yeah, 76 was good though. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. And at some point I'll go back there and do some of the most recent content that's come out as well too. Dude, holy shit. Poison glands. I bet you these guys ain't gonna have any eggs on them. I gotta find like a stash of eggs like I did the other thing too. So just for shits and giggles, I'm just gonna look. Okay.
What a shame.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The marker's taking me back this way. Ah, okay. Let's see, we need to go this way. Gotta follow the marker. Follow the marker and see where the hell it's taking us. Aha. Okay. Hey, there's a dude over here, too. Poor bastard. He's probably doing the same shit I was. Mercenary? Yeah. Had some vodka on him. Let's see. Pick up Rad Scorpion. Okay. Okay. Return to Red Lucy. Oh, I can travel right to the Thorn. See if it'll take me like right inside. No, but all right. Let's see what she's having us do this time. You know, and it's stuff like this too, precisely why I'm going back through and making sure I'm checking out all the areas, because there's a lot that I missed.
Welcome back, stranger.
As I was playing through, so I don't want to finish the game while and potentially miss some things.
Do you have good news for the Thorn?
I do.
Good work, stranger. The Thorn will nurture these eggs until their hatchlings are ready to bleed for us. Here's a compensation for your service. I trust that we're in agreement over it.
You just discovered the emoji system. Nice. So I can see, I can't see him posted, but I can see him like popping up on my little, I don't, when I stream here, like I have OBS brought up. And so, I don't know how it looks in the website, but on my OBS little chat box that I have, I can see like a bunch of hearts and party things and everything kind of going up.
Don't think your servile gesture earns my respect, stranger. But if that's how you want it, so it'll be.
Rank the game so far. Okay. So, I can only speak to the 3 that I've played so far.
Bring me a dozen fire gecko eggs. This great challenge will earn you a matching reward. Fire gecko. Confident. I like that. So long.
Okay. So here's how I'm going to say this. Okay. When it comes to like, I'll break it down like, I know it's probably going to lot, but I'm going to break it down story. I'm going to break it down gameplay wise. From a story perspective, right now, I will say I think New Vegas has probably one of the better stories. Second, I would say 76. And third, I would say Fallout 4. The reason why I'm saying that, and I would say 76 to me actually has a pretty decent story, but one of the things that's present here in New Vegas that is unique to New Vegas and not necessarily present in the other games is, one, the karma system, and two, like all the different factions. So there's a very complex, like, oh shit, sorry. There's a very complex, like, way that you can play this game based off of who you interact with, how you interact with them, what your karma is. And I think karma is something that they really should bring back in the games, because it's really, like, when I first started playing this game and learning about what karma was, I was like, wait a minute, what's karma and why do I have it in the game? It's really kind of changed, like, how I interact with certain factions, and the choices that I make as I'm playing the game. You know, I think the idea of having a silent protagonist, you know, has enabled kind of more of a how should I say? I think it enables more options in the dialogue and the storyline overall. Like, there's just more options. But then you play a game like Fallout 76 and Fallout 4, and the story is kind of locked. Like, the same things are going to happen regardless of what you choose. Like, really, when you choose other options, you're really just getting, like, some different dialogue to some degree, but it's not really, like, changing anything, you know? In New Vegas, like, you actually can cause changes to the environment, so it feels more immersive to me, I feel like, by the way that it's done. Fallout 76, the reason why I think that one's number 2 for me right now is because of the way they did world building. And for me, one of the fun things that you can do in a Fallout game is explore. So you're exploring, you're learning about the world, and if I had come out of a vault and wanted to really know like what was going on, like, you know, the story, like the world building isn't going to be told to me. You know, it's stuff that I'm going to have to go out and find. And so I feel like it's very rewarding. How should I say? It's rewarding to do discovery in Fallout 76. Let's see. You know, the holotapes you find, the notes you find, the terminals you can hack. You are essentially creating, you know, you're building a sense of the environment around you by reading everything, by learning about the survivors and what happened, you know. And I feel like there's so much of that I've been wanting from New Vegas here. And granted, they didn't have a lot of time to build this game, so it's been limited. But like when you think back to the DLCs, probably one of the best stories that I've encountered in this game has been Randall Clark's in Honest Hearts. Like, I could not get enough of reading, of like finding his letters in Honest Hearts, and his storyline was like some of the best storytelling that I've seen like in New Vegas, honestly. And what was awesome about that is it encouraged you to go and discover those, you know. Let's see here. Which ones was it? These things right here. All these year entries, right? If I didn't take the time to go and wander around the Honest Hearts map, I would have lost out on this storyline here. But this is something that they put in the game for you to kind of really encourage the exploration and discovery. And that's something that I feel 76 did very well, and something that I feel has elements here in New Vegas. It's just not as prevalent. But there's some shining moments in New Vegas that I think has that. So for that reason, I think the system of which New Vegas has with karma and the freedom of choice, and what, you know, your choices have, you know, your actions have consequences type deal, and the immersion to it, I think New Vegas is a little bit better. But I think 76 has a really good world building system, and encouraging that discovery of learning about what's going on. And then Fallout 4, like, I feel like, you know, the voice protagonist, when I look back on it now, I don't feel like my choices really had like a lot of impact on what was going on. I feel like that you were kind of just on a path that the game was taking you. So, and you could get some different you can get some different discovery getting there, but overall it wasn't a bad story though. I'm not going to say like Fallout 4 was a bad game. I think it was good. But if I were to rank them and the reason why, that's the reason why. Now, when it comes to combat system, 76 hands down has the best combat system right now. At least for me, it plays so fluid. It plays really good. It feels really awesome to play. And so from a I don't want to say a fun factor, but from like a combat system perspective, I think 76 is great. But holistically, when I take it into the games, I've been having so much fun playing this game, even though it has some dated combat mechanics, you know. I think I've had a more streamlined experience playing 76 than I did with New Vegas so far. But that's okay, you know. I appreciate the game for what it is, and I've been really enjoying it. So that being said, yeah, those are the 3 games that I've played so far, and Enter Bootjack Cavern, and how I would kind of rank them. Let's see. So Jester, so you think Fallout 4 is your favorite, then New Vegas 3, and then lastly 76. And Pedro, you liked New Vegas as your 1. Yeah, I feel like everybody, you know, there's a lot of different reasons why you could like all these different games, you know. But yeah, I mean, I've still enjoyed the overall series, and because of that, because of that, I'm very excited about getting into Fallout 3, and I'm even going to put myself through and play Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, you know, at some point. Hey, who's this buddy here? He's a dead prospector. Having it in Vegas is very cool, and being at the strip and all. So here's the thing, like, the ending of the TV show, and kind of like the spoiler for the next season, that was completely lost on me. Like when they had like the ending, well, I won't say the ending scene, but like the scene where they kind of showed the New Vegas Strip, I had no clue, like, you know, what was going on. You know, I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, you know. But I will say that, you know, if I had played all these games beforehand, before watching the TV series, you know, like, it probably would have been, you know, I probably would have been like, oh my god, you know, like the New Vegas, you know, like, obviously, like, a lot of people like New Vegas, you know, so, but yeah, so that was unfortunate. I remember watching the very first episode, and, you know, I didn't even know who the Brotherhood of Steel was. I was just like, you know, who are these people? And there was so much that I just didn't know. I didn't know what ghouls were. You know, I was like, how has this guy been alive for like a couple hundred years? Like, what is this? You know? Yeah, there was a lot from the TV show that I didn't quite get, you know, or that now things start to make sense. God dang, man. How many fire geckos are here? Hey, who do we got here? The dead prospector. Leather armor. Gotta be some eggs around here somewhere. Hey, here we go. Fire gecko eggs. There we go. Huh, man. This lady is having us run all over the place, isn't she? And I bet you at some point we're gonna have to go steal some Deathclaw eggs too. I guarantee. Unfortunately, I will not have the time to be able to finish this quest line tonight, so we're gonna go turn this one in and see what Miss Lucy is gonna have for us next. Hopefully, you all enjoyed the TV show too. I thoroughly did, and I'm like super excited for season 2 to come out. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but I'm hoping to be able to be kind of more done with these games by that time. I imagine over the course of 2025, I'm hoping to be able to get through Fallout 3 and then Fallout 1 and 2. And then I'll probably go back and do maybe another playthrough of Fallout 4, or at least finish my playthrough. I might do just another playthrough just to start over from scratch again, and but this time do all the DLCs and do all the content that Fallout 4 had. Since it was my first one, I kind of just didn't really... The one thing that kind of really bugged me about Fallout 4... Actually, I do want to talk about Fallout 4 for a second. The one thing that really bugged me about Fallout 4 was the settlements. I like the settlements, and I've seen what people can do with the settlements. And for people that enjoy settlement building, it's amazing, you know? And there's some people that have done some really awesome shit with the settlements in Fallout 4. Like, it is cool to watch, you know? Me personally, though, having to manage, like, I feel like settlement management could be like a game unto itself. And I feel like there was so much time spent doing settlement stuff. And because I felt guilty about, like, not keeping them protected and safe and everything like that, I feel like it really detracted so much from the story. And I was like, there was one time I remember playing for like 2 hours, and I just kept jumping from settlement to settlement because it, you know, Preston Garvey, you know, bless his soul, kept coming up to me and he was like, another settlement needs your help. Another settlement needs your help. And I'm like, bro, like, what is up with these folks? Like, and there was, you know, it's just programmed in there. It's called the Radiant missions, or Radiant whatever, I think is what it is, like Radiance missions. There's no way around it, you know? So, you know, as I go back through and replay that, like, I'll probably put less emphasis on the settlements, but and just focus on like just more story and just exploration content. But yeah, like the settlements themselves added a lot of like really like stress and just stuff that I kind of didn't want to do so much in the game.
Do you have good news for the Thorn? Good work, stranger. Here's a compensation for... Don't think your servile gesture earns my respect, stranger. The Thorn's calling its elite hunters to collect one of its deadliest
Night
creatures.
Stalkers. Okay.
Night Stalkers are amongst the most fierce...
Okay. But alright guys, I have to end it here. So, as always, I appreciate you tuning in and talking with me. Thank you. I hope you all have a great evening, and I will catch you later, okay?